the chanting is without chanting quality of 16 rounds, all other limbs of devotional service, you can experience it, but the but more you'll for this age of Kali, the with the outside environment, so much distractions of the mind. So unless we bring attention to the mind, to the focus of on the holy name, so we can we can taste the all other limbs of the devotional service, so, devotional activities. So that's the so the we have to set the for chanting the first priority. So and also the purpose for which we are chanting, that that seriousness has to be there. So that's what Prabhuji is addressing. Sorry, these are from my realizations, but may not be the I may align with all of you. So but just for my purification, I'm just sharing. Okay. And then hearing attentively, yeah, the sound vibration has the very it purifies the heart. And then yeah, the certain sound vibrations, yeah. So the mantra, the sound vibration which the by which the all the things within the body also can be controlled. So the how you the attentively you are hearing that, hear first, and then Prabhuji is saying that the chant one mantra at a time. So yeah, while chanting, let me complete the 16 rounds. So many are there if you calculate by the material perspective. But if you are if you are the take one mantra at a time, and then yeah, I think I didn't have the complete understanding that what even within one mantra. Okay, focus on the that particular mantra, what that we are chanting. That you need to pay attention to that. So that will give you the rather than worrying about the all the 16 rounds and all. So that gives the quality of chanting. So and and then the Prabhuji is addressed the qualities of the mind, that the how the mind is it's the flickering in nature. And then it's of course the mind focuses on anutvam and ekatvam. So that it's he said about the it's atomic nature, that it concentrates one activity at a time. But we try to do multiple activities. So the so unless we uh, the focus on when you are chanting, do that with wholeheartedly, the put all your efforts into it. So they don't give the other engagements. So uh, and yeah, and then the fourth piece, so yeah, when we are it's kind of when you are in war, you should be very conscious of the so the chanting is kind of, it's kind of entering into the war. So you should be sitting, if you sit improper postures and all, so you cannot. And the play and the pace also, so the thing, you cannot shouting, or any which such mode you cannot chant, so the and the pronunciation, the whole entire 16 syllables, each syllable, most of the time we we skip the last hare hare. So that we need to the address ourselves, am I chanting all the syllables, and then correctly or not. So that we have to cross check ourselves. And then and the prayerfulness, so the yeah, if you go to the Bhagavatam, the the every all the pure devotees, and they express their prayers very beautifully. But we are not, I'm not saying that, yeah, many are may have that qualification. But when I myself I apply, the we don't have that much qualification to pray full. So the best prayer that we can offer to the Lord is this chanting. So the when you chant that, the you should thank the Lord for the things He has given. So that's the uh, okay. So that's the way to express our prayers in while chanting. So and then this one, the next one, Prabhuji gave the Gopuram analysis. But yeah, I have not heard, like, but maybe somebody can clarify after this. Yeah. And then, yeah, the powerful breathe, like, the pranayama to control the mind. So, yeah, some devotees, they do yoga and then, yeah, pranayama, and yeah, just to they bring that, like, the attention of the mind to onto the, like, the while chanting the hearing the holy name. So yeah, so the, like, if you are, if you, like, if you don't have proper sleep, or if you don't have the, like, you slept late, and then if, I mean, maybe the advanced devotees, they can control, but, like, for the regular practicing sadhakas, like, the you have to be, like, the whole day you have to prepare yourself for the next day morning chanting. That's the way. So for that, like, even if you, like, take late night food, then, like, the mind, like, since it's not digested, so then, I mean, definitely the mind goes away. So a lot of things you have to, I mean, the take care in terms of the, like, the sleep, and the food, and the, like, the, and also, like, the kind of like, the environment that you are, like, the and so the, like, so the whole objective is to, like, the to focus on the morning chanting. So the that's the top priority in the devotional activities. Then uh, and then the second, and then and then the, like, from the scriptures, and then Prabhuji explained that, like, the bringing back the mind to the, like, the like the nature of the mind, like, from the sixth chapter of Bhagavad Gita, like, it's like, it's like a child, like, it goes here and there, so you have to bring back, and abhyasena kante vairagyena dhriti grihite, like, there's a chanchalam himana Krishna. So Arjuna, so the Krishna replies that, yeah, so you have to bring back with abhyasa, like, the regular practice, and then, like, the detachment, like, the, and then next, the utilize the sense of touch to bring the mind and back, like, I mean, yeah, so the moment that you touch the beats, like, so the it brings the mind back to the, like, the holy name, I should be chanting. And then I think next one is the carrying the spirit of detachment. And of course, like, even despite of all doing all that, like, the sometimes, some days, like, the devotees may not get the taste for chanting or something. It's ultimately, it's the Krishna, it's the master key. But, like, the like, we have to pray, and then we have to keep our efforts, like, so that's what Prabhuji is saying. Though we know that, like, it's the Lord who awards the devotee to the taste for, like, the chanting on that particular day. I mean, yeah, so it's moment to moment striving. So, and yeah, this, I think from Srimad Bhagavatam, Prabhuji has quoted that, like, the how Mother Yashoda was unable to, like, the bind Krishna, and her hard work, that, like, the by seeing even though they are, like, the highest, like, I mean, the topmost devotees, so but still, despite the, like, I mean, it's the, like, this Krishna is the, like, he, yeah, even though like, we are very insignificant, but, like, so still, like, Lord, like, the he sees, like, društva, like, the he, our prayers, he is that, like, that faith that we carry, that will make us to, like, chant attentively. So uh, and so the, and also the last one is, like, the real chanting is hard, not to the lip, like, lip deep, like, so the, which means, like, so the, yeah, the most, like, if you are right mood, right attitude, and yeah, that intentions and all those matters a lot, like, so so that, like, the, you have to like, you cannot, you, like, you offend somebody, and then if you sit for chanting, you cannot, like, the focus doesn't come. So like, even within the, like, every even uh, even within our houses, like, so we cannot shout, we, unless we, like, the, with the right attitude, we behave with others, like, we cannot sit and chant with the focused quality of chanting. uh, uh, okay, yeah. Mm, Okay, so I think the last one that Prabhuji mentioned, that like it's like from the Chaitanya Charitamrita, that like the while explaining the process of devotional service, so Chaitanya Mahaprabhu explains that like the how the condition of the living entity, like how like how it is rotten in this material world, but still despite of enjoying all the many lifetimes, so many desires serving, but still like but still it doesn't want to take up the process of devotional service. So there, how to pray for that, with a prayerful mood, we should be uh, the asking the Lord, approaching the Lord. So that's the best way to approach the Lord. So that's 6 point, yeah, the I think the sixth chapter of the Chaitanya Charitamrita that Prabhuji has addresses. So, and then yeah, coming to the last, the section is kind. There's a Prabhuji explaining about the how the the senses and then the mind and intelligence, how they are connected, and then above the mind is the intelligence, and above the intelligence is the soul, so unless the soul, what is the food for soul? Prabhupada writes in simple way, the chanting is the food for the soul. So unless the soul is satisfied with the so the more you chant, the I mean, yeah, with the devotion, unless the soul is self is satisfied, all other things doesn't the fall in place. So, and then and of course the souls, one of the biggest ego is the it's a false ego, which means it wants to so the the false ego can be I mean nullified, when you are in association of the devotees. And then above the false sorry above the below the soul is your intelligence. So unless you read the scriptures, that intelligence cannot be the I mean force the mind to do the right activities. So that discriminative intelligence and the strong determination comes from the intelligence of the so the intelligence by reading the scriptures and by hearing from the pure devotees, that makes the the intelligence strong. And then of course the mind is sitting above the the senses, so the of course, and then below the senses, even one sense, yeah, even I say that I control all other senses, but even one sense, if you allow that, yeah, the I think this all comes in the third chapter 40, the series of verses where the the last the sitting places of the lust. So that there Krishna explains that these so the how the the association, that creates the desire, and where what are the places, senses are the sitting places for the uh, for the lust. And so they above the mind and intelligence. So the first curb the senses, they don't give space for the senses. That's what Krishna says. So I mean, I think it's too long. Yeah, I mean, sorry for summarizing. Prabhu, Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Yeah, Hare. Shyam Kund Prabhu, Hare Krishna. Yeah.
Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you so much. Since we are 7, 8, maybe whatever I have to speak, I'll see if there is time tomorrow, I'll tell. But before that, Sharbari Mataji, do you have anything to say?
Hare Krishna Prabhu. I mean, I like the session very much. How this Prabhu is explaining what is the very systematic and methodical way so that we can just concentrate and focus and try to connect with the Supreme. So I'm finding it really very, very nice and looking forward to the forthcoming sessions. That's it, Prabhu. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
One message to everybody. I'll speak something about Param Rupa Prabhu and this later. But the reason for choosing this topic is in the Bangalore congregation here, uh, as 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 a representative of some of the devotees to the temple, they asked, "What do you want to do for the next 1 year? What do you want to achieve?" And whether everybody likes it or not, I said, in the next 1 year, we'll all go to the stage. We'll all attempt to go to the stage of chanting one round of Hare Krishna Mahamantra with attention. So I hope with this lecture and a few more lectures that we may play during the course of the year, we will all go to the stage of chanting one round of Hare Krishna Mahamantra with full attention. Thank you.
Anybody?
Then this call, Prabhu. Thank you.
Thank you all for
Thank
joining.
you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Jai Kalpataru.